Filing for Social Security early at age 62 locks in a permanent 30% cut to your lifetime benefits. Delaying that claim until age 70 does the exact opposite, adding a guaranteed inflation-protected 8% boost to your monthly check every single year you wait. This comparison table shows the math. Claiming early pays roughly $1,400 a month, while waiting until 70 balloons that benefit to nearly $2,500. To cross this 8-year divide, you must replace that income yourself, generating about $30,000 a year. Successfully waiting until age 70 requires a specialized mechanism to replace 8 years of salary. It transforms a simple choice into a capital-intensive strategy. Traditional safe harbors cannot bridge this gap. With national CD averages sitting at 1.7% and 10-year Treasury bonds sitting at 4.6%, safe cash fails unless you have millions of dollars. This equation shows the formula that dictates your retirement options. Your $30,000 target divided by your portfolio's yield equals the capital required to build the bridge. Notice how the numbers interact. As your target yield percentage climbs, the pile of upfront capital you need to fund the bridge shrinks. But chasing higher yields risks destroying the initial investment. Building a dividend bridge forces you to carefully weigh your current savings against the severe risks of chasing yield, creating 3 distinct tiers of strategy. Tier 1 is the conservative path, targeting a 2.5 to 3.5% yield, using blue-chip dividend aristocrats. These are legacy companies with multi-generational track records of raising payouts through recessions and market crashes. This matrix shows the high cost of playing it safe. Generating $30,000 at a 3.5% yield requires roughly $857,000 in upfront capital. The advantage is growth. These stocks appreciate significantly alongside their dividends over a 10-year span. While this is the safest way to reach age 70, that near $1 million barrier makes Tier 1 inaccessible for the average middle-class retiree. Tier 2 targets a moderate 5 to 7% yield by stepping into real estate investment trusts and high-yield pharmaceuticals. On the matrix, this pivot lowers the entry barrier. At a 6% yield, you need $500,000 to cross the bridge. But this brings a higher tax burden. REIT dividends are taxed as ordinary income rather than lower qualified rates. You also face inflation risk. These high-yield assets typically have slower distribution growth, meaning your payout loses purchasing power during your zero-salary years. Tier 2 is a balancing act, trading lower upfront capital for heavier taxes and inflation vulnerability. Then there is Tier 3, aggressively marketed to retirees. This strategy aims for 8 to 12% yields using leveraged covered call funds and mortgage REITs. Our matrix shows why this is tempting. It suggests you can clear the $30,000 hurdle with just $300,000 in savings. The reality is NAV erosion. These ultra-high yields often come at the direct expense of the fund's underlying net asset value. This creates a cycle where you are cannibalizing your own principal and spending down your savings while calling it passive income. Tier 3 defeats the purpose of wealth preservation, leaving you financially crippled right when you need stability the most. Imagine you have finally claimed your maxed out check at age 70. Let's look at your total wealth 5 years later at age 75. This graph maps your total 10-year return, combining asset value changes with the distributions you spent to survive. The top 2 tiers perform as expected. Over a decade, a conservative or moderate dividend strategy maintains or grows your initial principal while paying those dividends. Now look at the Tier 3 trajectory. The portfolio value plunges, bottoming out just as you reach the finish line. The yield chaser unlocks their maxed out Social Security check at 70, only to arrive at 75 with a devastated investment portfolio. Retirees with $500,000 or more in capital can build a dividend bridge that is likely to leave them wealthier by age 75. If you are in this group, your next step is to stress test your personal tax bracket to prepare for the impact of non-qualified dividends. For those with $300,000 or less, attempting the dividend bridge is mathematically flawed and carries a high probability of failure. In that situation, taking the 30% cut at age 62 is the safer path. Adjust your lifestyle to that check and leave your savings in broad market funds to safely compound. A maximized Social Security check at age 70 is useless if it costs you your entire life savings to get it.